Our first up is Fordham University, head coach Mike Magpio and DeJour Reeves. We will open it with an opening statement from the coach, and then we'll open it for questions following that. Coach, if you'd like to make an opening statement.
Sure. Thank you for allowing us to open this up for everybody. Excited to be here. It's obviously our first year in building this program. I just told the team, been here for 5 months now, and really exciting times at Rose Hill. We've got studs like this guy next to me, DeJour, or as we like to call him, Day Day. Day Day Reeves. We'll have an exciting perimeter, which includes Day Day. Guys are working hard, and hopefully we can get New York City rocking.
If you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll get you a mic. Please identify yourself and then ask your question. Thank you.
Yeah, Jack Morgan, A10 Talk, and this is for Coach. You're coming into the season coaching 12 new faces, not just for you, but for the fans as well. How would you characterize this team so far in training camp?
You know what? The good news is the ball's been going in the basket a lot in the first week of practices. So I think, again, I'm pretty confident in the perimeter play right now. Got a lot of shooting ability out there, both in the backcourt and the front court. You'll see a very, a cohesive style. Guys playing in a lot of ball screen, a lot of actions. We'll call it like a European style of play. It's a very similar style that I brought from my previous stop at UC Riverside. And then there's some exciting pieces like this guy next to me, Day Day. So we'll play with some pace and hopefully be banging a bunch of threes.
To Mike or Day Day, just how do you feel your time in these last few months has helped you grow, and how has that helped you bring more to your team?
I feel like what Coach Mike did for me is he put me in a point guard role that I never played point guard like a day in my life. So just him putting me in a point guard role is helping me be more vocal and help me get guys in positions that they need to be in, and just being that older vet to the team.
It's crazy. This guy, 6 foot, never played point guard in his life, but he's pretty good at it, for as far as I can tell.
In the back, go ahead.
Coach, just wanted to ask a bit about just the challenge of taking over this program. I know there's been some recent success a few years back and whatnot, but just overall, how do you kind of approach this as you head into year one?
Yeah, I think you nailed it. There's a little bit of a blueprint, just seeing it 3 years ago, and the excitement that brought to the university and the whole community. So, it's a challenge just like anywhere else, and I think we attack it like we've always done. We try to get great character guys like Day Day and start there. And then for me, it's we're looking for really efficient players. That's kind of what we did. Had to get 13 new players in 2 months, and that's what we did. We went for old and efficiency. And again, I think that's probably what you're seeing. What we're seeing in practice is we're seeing the ball go in the basket a lot. We got to make sure that we're sturdy defensively and on the glass. So that'll be the challenge, and that's what we're working on daily. But again, just efficient players, and if you look at even Day Day's numbers in the last 2 years, he's an extremely efficient player. So you'll be seeing a lot of that.
Mike, you also have a pretty strong international flavor on this roster. Was that intentional, or is that kind of where you're comfortable with, or is that something that just happened to be like you're just trying to find guys, and those were the good guys that were available?
Yeah, no, the international has kind of been the secret sauce for myself as a head coach and all the coaches that I've worked for. When we were at Columbia, when I was working for Kyle Smith, we had a very international flavor, Germany and Canada. And then I worked for David Patrick, and I took over that program at UC Riverside, and there was a very strong Australia, down under, and I've kept that going. Just came back from over there. I go once a year to make sure that we keep that pipeline alive, and it's kind of where we've gotten our size. And again, this year you'll see we have a 6'11" Australian, 6'10" Australian, and then yes, I mean, you're in New York City. We should absolutely capitalize on that, and Europe will be a big part of that. We have a 6'9" German, and a French player from a grad transfer from Harvard. So there's going to be an attraction for them to come to New York City, and we'll certainly capitalize on it.
Additional questions? Go ahead.
Sure. Just wanted to ask a bit about, you obviously were at Iona. What was the appeal of sticking in the area, but also, taking on this challenge, moving over to Fordham?
I feel like it was a bigger and better opportunity for me coming here and playing in the A10. And then also my decision to playing at Fordham is that I'm close to home. I live in Syracuse, New York, so just having family and friends being able to come support me is a big plus for me.
He told me last night at dinner that one of my best friends, Dan Giroux, who's now the new head coach at Iona, actually helped me in the recruiting process. So shout out to Dan.
Matt Maderno from Mid-Major Madness for Du jour. You mentioned being new to this point guard role. Is there anybody you're watching or studying to try to accelerate that process?
As far as like studying players, I kind of study Chris Paul just as because he's more vocal, and I'm not like a very vocal guy. So just like studying the little things that he do to make his team better without like putting the basketball in the hoop. So just kind of picking up things like that.
Any additional questions? Good. Zach?
Mike, obviously everything is kind of a whirlwind in the few months as you figure it out. Just what was it like finding priorities and establishing that to help establish the identity of this program?
Well, priority is always going to be great attitude, great work ethic, and we're looking for that character. But again, we're very data driven, and my coaching staff is as well. So we were really looking for efficiency, like high offensive ratings, whether via assist to turnover, like for instance, Day. It wasn't just that he averaged 17 points a game. It was that he averaged 6 rebounds a game at 6 feet tall, 6 rebounds a game, had a high steal rate. So kind of putting the pieces of the puzzle like that. It's not always going to be perfect, but that's really what, if we were going to do this in a really short period of time and give ourselves a chance the first year, I really looked for certain efficiencies and really high offensive ratings. And it didn't have to be just shooting threes. We have a bunch of guys that shoot threes. For instance, Zariq Nutter, his superpower is drawing fouls. So we surround him with shooters, and hopefully he's attacking the paint in that way. But first priority was just get the culture of building in the right way. And I've been around these guys for 5 months, and it's pretty I told them just yesterday after practice it's going to be a fun year. They're super coachable. We had a former New York Knicks assistant come by the other day, and he just said he was pretty impressed with their buy-in and just the attention to detail. Great shirt, by the way, Zach. Woke me up this morning.
Any additional questions? Yep, Zach, go ahead. No, hold on.
Day, what's driven you these last few months, and what do you want your drive to be when the ball tips off?
What driven me is just that my teammates, they give me the extra push. I know that some days I'll be tired, but like seeing the guys come in each and every day, putting in extra work, going above beyond for the team before the season even start, kind of gave me that extra driven. And just like you said, the driven for the season is take it day by day.
Any additional questions for Coach or Du jour? All right, thank you guys, appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
What shirt was he talking about
That's what
there
I
for
wanna
in the crowd? We got to see that. We got to get a camera shot on that now.
Well, we do. I think it must have been like a Hawaiian print or something. I don't know, something loud. He said it woke him up, so it had to be a little
Right.
ornate, I'm sure. So
They had to be up. They're the first ones of the day. I mean, they got
Yeah.
us started here. We're starting off with Fordham. It's a long day, but
Latte.
they did a good job.
well, latte is better than a loud shirt, but I mean, loud shirts work too.
Yeah. What did you gather hearing from Coach there and now taking over this program?
Yeah, first of all, he's only been there 5 months, number one.
Right.
And then they have 10 transfers, and the international flavor of those 10 transfers being near New York City, I think that's very intriguing, right? To see how they'll mesh. Because if you're looking at international players, they have a lot of experience, right? A lot of them play semi-pro basketball early in their lives, like early in their basketball lives. You think of Luka Doncic, who did that. He was like 13 years old playing up against 18, 19-year-olds, which is why he's so good. But Also, I think listening to Day Day and hearing him say that he studies Chris Paul, I think that stood out to me the most. I mean, you're talking about a pro's pro in Chris Paul in terms of running the show as a point guard. So, I mean, at the top of the list to me is also, as a former coach, the assist to turnover ratio, right? You want to have somebody who's going to take care of the basketball. You want to have somebody with a high plus minus and overall, but that assist to turnover ratio is way up there as well.
Yeah, I spent a few more games at Fordham over the last few years because obviously they had a really good year a couple years back. And Rose Hill, we know, just historic gymnasium. It really started to become a tough place to play. Like students are coming out, they're getting better crowds. It was really exciting. And now, you know, with a new coach, new attitude, I mean, you're in New York, right?
Yeah.
You know, kind of like you have the opportunity there. That's what I mean.
Yeah, you know what to do, right? You got to get to work right away, and I think that's what they're going to do.
Seth Greenberg's with us all day. He's live in Pittsburgh. He's got DeJour Reeves on the men's side. Seth, what's up?
Mike, what's going on? All is good. I'm here with Day Day Reeves, and Day Day, I just saw you on the podium. It's pretty cool to be on the podium, huh?
Yeah, most definitely.
But Iona to Fordham, your journey's been interesting. Tell me a little bit about kind of who you are and how you and what are you going to bring to this Fordham team that's going to impact winning?
Well, I'm DeJour Reeves, a.k.a. Day Day, from Syracuse, New York, born and raised. And what I'm going to bring to this team is just a every night guy, just coming in, being a dog, trying to make my teammates get better each and every night out.
Now, Coach said he's going to move you to the point guard. You never played the point guard position. Now, are you going to be a point guard or are you going to be like what I call a ball guard, a guy that can still score it but also make plays for others?
I'm definitely going to be a ball guard because that's just how I was just growing up and then coming into college. But I'm definitely going to be the one that gets my teammate involved in whatever the team needs me to do each and every night out. That's what I'm going to do to help the team win.
I think about Coach McBio, obviously terrific coach, analytically driven, all into the numbers, but kind of define, to let people know kind of who he is. What kind of coach is he?
Coach Mike is a real good coach. He's a real genuine person. He's just really one of the people that like doesn't really care about basketball. He really want to know like you in and out type of thing. Like he want to know like your background, like what drives you each and every day to come in and just be who you are.
3 of his former players at UCR came with him to Fordham. What have you learned from those guys that kind of give you a better understanding of what he wants this Fordham team to look like?
He wants this the UCR guys kind of figure out like about Coach Mike that he's very driven, like he's energetic, like he wants things to be perfect. He definitely is a good coach for sure. Yeah.
Well, that's good. I'll tell you what, you're going to have a heck of a year, and it's a pleasure meeting you. You've had an interesting journey, and this is going to be a great season for the Fordham Rams. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Back to you, Mike.
All right, thanks a lot, Seth. We appreciate it. We'll be back with you in just a little bit. So our first player interview there with Reeves, and you got a coach, a new coach, a lot of new guys coming in. I think you got to do a lot of stuff outside of basketball these days, right? To kind of get this team and the camaraderie together. I always ask about that, like, what are you guys doing prior to the season to get everybody connected, you know?
Right, and it's got to be more than just your preseason workouts and things like that. I mean, you can go to movies, play video games, or whatever. Go get something to eat with everyone and just try to develop that chemistry quickly because on the court, you're not there that long every day to get that activated. So, yeah, I think, get some hobbies, some team hobbies. It's always fun.
Players now, are there a little bit longer, right, too, in the summertime, and you're spending more time together. It used to kind of be like, everybody goes away for a while, and then they come back. It's like, when did they come back?
Right.
No, it's like a year-round thing these days.
It is. It's a different life, right? I think with the change in the NCAA calendar, I think that is why as well. I mean, as soon as kids graduate, they got to be right on campus and get right to work. So I think it's a great thing, though, because, again, that camaraderie is earned and gained in workouts, but you can also have time to develop it off the court.